Our A-level geography content is really current. All the things that you hear in the news today is what is covered in our A-level. So we do some physical units, so that's all the things to do with the natural world. So we look at tectonic processes, so earthquakes, volcanoes, tsunamis, and the problems that those natural hazards actually cause for their populations. We look at coastal landscapes, so we kind of zoom in on the UK and think about how our coasts are used and what's happening on our coasts, and also how we manage those coasts and manage them effectively. We then look at kind of the issues with resources. So we look at the issues of water and we look at the issues of energy, and we think about actually the pressure that we as societies put on those resources and how we actually kind of meet the increasing demand that's put on those resources by our growing populations. So those are our physical units. We also do some really interesting human units as well. So we look at globalization. So globalization is this idea that particularly in the last 100 years, our world has become more interconnected. So our improvements in transport, the rise of the internet has changed the way that we do business. And that change has actually shaped societies. And so we look at that. We also look at superpowers. So certain countries have risen to prominence in the global trade and the global workforce market. So we look at those superpowers and the influence that they have on all sorts of different things around the world. We also look at a very important, a very topical topic, which is migration and identity. So we look at the reasons why people are moving around our planet and the issues that causes, not only on the nations that they leave, but obviously the impact that they have on the nations that they move into. So the best thing about A-level geography is literally anything you can think of in the news is probably in our A-level geography course. All of the stuff that you see, all of the really current things that are being debated in Parliament, lots of them have geographical links. So it's really a course for the future. If you want to be prepared for all of the issues that are actually happening in the news and you want to actually feel as though you can engage with those issues and make a difference, okay, then you need to choose geography. Climate change, the growth of renewable energy, the push for sustainability, the pressures of migration, all of those things we cover, and all of those things are having a very real impact on our country today. So if you actually want to be a citizen who is aware of what's going on in the world, then geography is for you. A-level geography has traditionally been viewed very well by admissions tutors at universities. So we are a mix of a science and an arts subject. So the scientific processes, all of the maths, the investigative skills that come with fieldwork kind of marry really well with our arts side things. So actually constructing an argument, being able to write an essay. And all of those skills combined make a student that can do an awful lot of different things at university because you give it a very broad skills base. So if you want to go on to university, there are obviously geography related courses like geology and hydrology and earth sciences, but there are also lots of other industries that people forget about. So things like environmental law, surveying, town planning, working in the energy sector, looking at sustainable energy solutions. There's lots and lots of different aspects of geography that mean that actually there's no one real sector that you're kind of pigeonholed into. You can really go on to do anything.